at this point, you either might need help, or you can keep trying, basically waiting for the dice to help you. So it's kind of
Yeah.
so.
Um,
Sorry about the lack of drama there, but you're up there trying to figure it out. Yeah.
yep.
Um, and so next, and that, by the way, puts us here. That's not good. Okay. There is, incidentally, you guys have triggered a skill challenge, which is currently at work, that is being monitored. I'm monitoring it through several different roles. When and if it fails or succeeds, I will tell you. And it would, there are several other elements as well. Okay, so Guak, so Abzu, you are the last one who's kind of still in the passage fully.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody else has dropped down.
No, Aziria
or
is
is-
pretty much Aziria is kind of in the mouth of it still, I believe.
Okay, and so I guess I can't really pass through her because this is still stuck.
No, I said
so
that at the mouth here you can. At the opening here you
Okay,
can.
so
And with all the light, and you guys have kind of become familiar with this.
where are exactly? I mean, I look down to see where Kikari and Yaru are right now.
Okay, so Yaru is at U12. Kikari is at V10. And Aziria is right in front of you at W11. The rocks just in front of Aziria, and this is quite clear to Aziria, are unstable and giving way.
Okay.
Rather,
I guess.
grindingly
And how big is the
loudly,
fall?
actually. How big?
Can I drop myself? Can I drop myself down and safely, or I have to have some mean of?
Okay. No, you can.
Because I lost a bit of the conversation before.
That's right. Okay. So where those rocks are in front of the hole in V, whatever, V11, I think, those are giving way. They are starting to fall. And it looks as though that whole cliff face in front of the hole is going to give way. Aziria would do well to sort of fade back a little bit, as she is well aware at this point. They are giving way with loud noises and dramatic, oh shit, special effects. So
okay.
And then the other two are where they are.
So I guess, yeah.
So you could try to do something like use a movement power to get all the way down or far away and through that. But I suggest getting well past it. You can see that you do not want to be caught in that rock slide. So Lorenzo,
I'm thinking something. I have power called the Sharp's Warp. I think that I will drop directly below, so something like V12, and then teleport. Something like T12 or S12. Does that work?
Yeah, S12 is fine.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, shard swarming there is an excellent idea. All right. Now, that puts us at the end of our turn. And so I want to re-roll initiative for everyone. So, new initiative values. Oh, and by the way, the rocks let go at that point. There's a huge... But since we're all re-rolling initiative, we're going to discover whether Yerhu has the chance not to get hit by it.
I had a ridiculous roll. I have a total of 26.
Let me see. 10.
10? Okay. How about Debbie? I saw a wonderful reaction over there. Please let me know where you're at. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
a natural one.
Right. So you've got a +2, I believe, right? No, +4?
No, I've got 6 my initiative.
Okay.
So 7 in total.
Perfect. Okay. That's not that. It could be worse, believe me. In fact, it's actually kind of important, as you will see in just a moment. And how about Declan? How about Kikari?
Kikari is on a 17.
Excellent. And Guox?
A 4.
Ah, interesting. Okay, so actually, it's better for you, I must say, at this time. Okay, so Kikari is Yerhu is currently first, and that's good because you can look up and to your right and realize that those rocks are gonna crush you. Burst 3, my friend. Burst 3.
Burst 3. That forces me to go down from U12 to T12. Hopefully, I won't disturb the rocks that are on
No,
T13.
those you just missed them. Fortunately, yeah. So you jump down the 5 feet, which is not a problem. That's the 5-foot jump doesn't require any kind of skill roll or something. So it's just an extra square. So
now would go as far as Art 13.
I can't hear you. Oh, R13. Gotcha. Heard you.
Please.
No problem.
Should be out of the burst. Okay.
That's correct. And so that's certainly a full move. And what else do you want to do?
I would like to try to communicate with this creature.
Okay.
I'm not expecting a friendly reaction, but I will try to go with. I'm sure it has noticed us.
Let me quickly find out where it is in the order. I just got my roll, and I got to find out the number to add. Oh, that's all? Dude. Okay, so.
It's probably annoyed that these clumsy interlopers are dropping rocks on it.
Okay, so yes, go ahead and do that.
It has noticed us by now.
Well, the point is, are you going to attempt to talk to it?
Only if I realize that it's seen us, but it surely has seen us.
I suspect yes. There's at least one head looking at you.
I apologize for intruding in your abode. Are you a friend or foe?
Just because Aziria is there and the rocks have not come down yet, I'm going to say Aziria can probably hear you from where she is. Let's just say Aziria already knows the answer to that question. Right, based on right. So it's like, oh God, Yeru, no, right? So, okay.
Actually, can I answer him? So I can hear him.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's definitely not a friend. He's trying to kill us.
Yes, which is why in the reactive. Okay, 12. So, 20 versus will to Yeru.
I think it takes me square in the
square
face,
between the eyes. Yes, you are dazed by the words that you are hearing, which are not quite in proper language, but they are all about. They are all about. Just come on over and get it over with. You deserve it. That's what you are hearing psychically and symbolically. These whispers in your daze. Okay, so that daze will just let you know. This particular. Oh, I didn't write it. I'll have to look it up. How annoying. I believe we will treat it as just a save ends. I think, for at the end of your turn. I'll double check that in a moment. But that's the standard anyway. Should have written that down. Okay, so anyway, that is what happens with Hyaru. And then we get to Kikari, who is next.
Do I have... I'm going to try and get into the cave at S7, hoping that putting a bit of rock between me and the falling rocks might be a good idea. So I'm looking at a running leap over...
To get back up into the hole? Or...
Oh, the one at S7, so the one sort of...
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and make a running leap along that ledge over the gap at...
Okay, so that's going to be up. Yeah, that's pretty athletic. Let's get you over. Let's do that athletic thing. Your jump distance will do it because you're all kinds of dual... You can do that. I particularly like the part at T8 is the sort of flying leap portion of the whole thing.
Yes.
Right? You're going to launch off of that little projection to get to the mouth of the hole. So go for that.
Okay. 13 plus 8 is 21.
You beat the 20, and that's what you needed. So, the more whoosha, everybody, right? So, boom, boom, way over here, as you leap actually past that or over, well over the mouth of that one hole, and you now have a really good visual down toward the awful thing from where you are. Yeah. So again, dim light, but it's got its own visual, presence for sure. So, so that's that. Okay, so then that brings us to Kikari. Abzu would be next, but no, Abzu is not next. Abzu needs to return, but is not next. Okay, so given that you have been hit by those.
I'm sorry, where did the Kikari go in the end?
The cave mouth at S R and S7, that cave mouth there.
Mm-hmm. So you are at, actually, I'm going to say R8. R8 is the flattest spot to have landed on.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and do note that one quick look down will show you that you're surrounded by more of that kind of rock. So don't get them. Right. So so we've got that. Now, what awful thing? Well, it's just gonna have to be close blast of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, are you guys just out of range? Are you at S, Tazio?
I'm on R13.
Excellent. Okay, perfect. That puts you just inside its range. Even better. So, I shall do this. Okay, +3 versus will.
Oh, no.
And does not succeed. But what it does is speaks with a mighty shout that everybody in a close burst of 3 can hear. So you're getting a double whammy. You're getting it through your shaped consciousness and you're getting it through your own senses. But unfortunately, the roll was not very high. So it's basically telling you, come here. And jaws opening like, but you resist. Because it seems to you like a bad idea. You're not sure why, dazed as you are, but can I think about it for a sec? What were my other 2 choices? Lorenzo has provided us instructions for Abzu. So could the group collectively tell me what Abzu does next?
Where is the creature again? Is it N and O 12 and 13?
That is correct.
Exactly.
So he basically wants to rush at the creature and attack it, doesn't he?
Right. And he can move through a friend. He can go through an ally. That's not a problem.
Yeah, and I don't know what Blood Hunt Rage is, but I think it just gives him extra to attack.
Believe me, Blood Hunt Rage is just fine. I shall pull out the fun for that right now. There it is. Okay, so it's going to be strength versus armor class. It's a standard attack, and he will enter the Rage of the Blood Hunt, which will be a cool bonus of different sorts. But so basically, I suspect the visuals on our somewhat unstable Crimson Shard Mind, right? Basically just unleashing in a Blood Hunt Rage is pretty cool. So go ahead and Debbie, can you roll for him for an attack?
Roll 6.
Okay. So fortunately, it does half damage, so it will still hit. But to do that, his damage sheet is around here somewhere. He's got a +8 to hit. So hold on that number just for a second before you do anything. What was the roll to hit?
14.
14. So then he's got a +1 for the heavy flail, which makes 15. So
and is he in range of? Is he in range of my
not if he runs up to it. He's not.
Okay.
Yeah. And so on what he does get one. No, he doesn't get a roll to hit from his mantle though. Unfortunately.
Okay.
So he does. So it's going to be cut in half. He barely managed not to quite make it. But go ahead and roll the 6d6, add 6, and cut the result in half.
43, 39. So that's 20. Can't remember if you roll up or
yeah, that's fine. 20 is fine. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, he rages up there and blasts away at it in a blaze of psionic crystals. And that brings us to the next person. Let's see if there's any other little auras or anything like that that's going to make his life dreadful. Right. Okay. And so the next person to go is going to be Isaria.
Me. So I will jump back away from the falling rock slide.
Yeah, you don't really have to shift. I mean, you're good, but go on. Yeah.
Yeah. And run back through the tunnel, taking my little light bug with me, and coming out the other side because I'm clearly not getting through that way anymore.
Excellent. Okay.
And then I'm going to look around to see if there's any way I can rejoin them.
Okay. Well, to get all the way over there is going to be quite a rush because you've got 15 hexes effectively. You've got a speed of 6. That's -1 per move. You can do so you can make 14. Yeah, you can make it just to the other end. You can just make it just to the other end.
To the other end of the tunnel.
Right.
Yeah, that's of course. I'll be back in the mouth of the tunnel.
Right. So you're going to end up there. Okay.
She's about
right with Guox now, and you know what? Yeah, I'll just give it to you. If you look from where you are, you've got a chance to see Guox perched up there.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's just see if I can see him then.
Yeah. Perched up there at K7 and
no,
K6.
I don't see him.
Okay. So yeah, so that's where you are. So but anyway, but you can see that he's right there. So actually Guox, you can look down to your left and actually see all this happening down there.
Oh,
all of a sudden.
I didn't realize that. Okay,
yeah,
that's
all
great.
Of a sudden you can. Yeah, you're like, whoa, check that out. So, and which is exactly right now, which is when it's going to happen, which is also right now when the rock slide lets loose, everybody is out of its range. The burst 3 is not going to hurt anybody from the rock slide. So, so that's done.
Linings.
Right. The rock slide rolled really, really badly on its initiative in the new initiative round. So everyone had a chance to go. So therefore, Guox, it's your go. The rock slide lets loose. Maybe even it's that noise that catches your attention. You're both on initiative 4. That's why this is happening at the same time.
Yeah.
Perhaps the noise of the rock slide catches your attention, but certainly the ruckus down below, especially, I mean, come on, it's a Shardmine blood hunt rage. Got to have done some noise, right? So you're able to look down and see what all is going on, like right there to your left. You're like, you might even be wondering, wait a minute, how did they get out there, right?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I think I had that experience in real life. So.
Yeah.
So I think I've had enough of this level of me. I can't quite figure it out. So I'm going to. Where's the? Glenn, do you mind sharing your map image again so I can just see where everyone is? Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to jump down. Oh, wait, I'm on the other. I'm on K6, right?
Well, I'm gonna actually in this map. I'm sorry to say you were on L7.
L7. Okay.
On this.
That's actually. Yeah. Okay. That's better. I'm going to.
I'd like to give you some altitude awareness. It is 3 hexes down, 3 squares down to the next
3 squares, so quite a jump.
30, yeah, that's 15 feet down there. You can probably do it. You're very athletic, but it's going to be a real jump to do it.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna jump and roll and try to get down there.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
So athletics, 22.
Holy crap. Okay. So you do a very fine jump, a full move to get down to the basically the square directly below you. So now you're at L8. And so you've landed there safely in quite an athletic display. As you say, possibly rolling a bit to survive it. And so that's one move action. So you are actually 1, 2, 3, 4. You're not quite. You are a move away from the creature, but you're not. You don't have enough left in your turn to move and attack.
Right. Yeah. So, but what I'll do is I can move up to it and use a minor action, right?
Yes, you can.
So I will move up to it, and I guess at the corner of it, or wherever I can be adjacent to it.
Yeah, actually, if you do have enough to make it to M13 barely.
Oh.
And if you do that, or M12 or M13, if you do that, you've flanked it.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go down to M12.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will use my Battle Mind's demand power.
Mark.
To, psychically get this thing to pay attention to me, and I'll mark it.
Right. Excellent. So, excellent. So that is Goos's turn. We're back up to the top of the initiative with Yerhu, who is dazed. And
Yerhu can only do one thing. The thing she does is pretty significant because she casts Psychic Dissolution.
Right. Yes.
I need to choose one square, and I'm going to choose O13.
Got it. So right in front of Abzu. Yeah.
And I make my attack, which is Intelligence versus Fortitude, for a total of... What's going on with this die? For a total of 28.
Oh my god. All right. Psychic Dissolution. Tell me what occurs.
What occurs is blanket of darkness enshrouds the creature, harrowing it with dark winds, dark psionic winds, and doing a total of 6 So this is 11 plus 16 damage. Psionic. It's not psychic, interestingly enough. Plus 5 ongoing damage. And every square around the one that I hit is lightly obscured. So Abzu is lightly obscured.
Right, exactly. So what you've done is actually dissolved or disintegrated part of it to some extent. So,
Exactly.
Right. And so so yes, that has occurred, and it is
time to make a saving throw.
Yes, it is.
Which has a +2 racial bonus, so
Excellent.
I hope
12 or higher. Or sorry, 8 or higher on the die.
just barely.
You made it?
Just right 8.
Oh,
Yes.
Thank God for Githzeri, right? Okay. Excellent.
Yes.
So, by the way, I think you may
Among
have missed a couple of things. Iron Mind, we might have checked Iron Mind when it hit you first, by the way. I think we forgot. Or maybe that's factored in there already. So anyway, so yes, you managed to undaze yourself at that point. So in many ways, I'm going to interpret this as literally tearing yourself away from it in a way that tears at it. So
Yes.
Excellent. But you are now fully aware that this thing is like psychically, able to nail people. So cool. That's what you did, and then now it's Kikari.
I'd like to get to it. That looks a bit of a challenge to me, not distance-wise, but the drops.
Well, you did just see what.
Yeah, let's try and emulate that. I can leap, leap and roll.
Yeah, you guys are all very, very athletic and mobile characters, or a lot of you are. So
that was an athletics roll.
Mm-hmm.
An 18 plus 8, 26.
Oh my God! All right, well that's just ridiculous. That will, without any trouble at all, bring you to Q10 on that map for your move action. So what that is, a full move that I've curtailed by the verticals. So each vertical counts as a square of movement too. So
does that put me against the creature? I'm not sure if my creature was in the right place or not, or am I just short of it?
I'm not sure. I had put the creature at NO1213.
NO1213, so I'm out of reach of it just. Right. But I do have a handy shuriken.
Yeah, okay. Which, of course, is just one of your crystal shards that you just, project off of you. Yeah.
So that's just going to be a basic attack. Just find my PDF character. Attack. It's going to be against armor class. 20 against armor class.
Oh, well, that does hit. That's quite good. Do some damage.
Okay, won't be a lot. D4 plus 5. 9. Best it could be.
Oh, well, that could be worse.
Oh. Potentially I've got a minor action, but there's not much I can do with a minor action, so let's leave that.
Okay. Well, rather nice, actually. You guys are not... Nobody's actually hit it with... the psychic dissolution is the hardest thing it's been hit with yet, but... anyway, you guys are doing a rather nice showing against this thing at this time, and it is going to express its appreciation with a close burst 5. With a wave of pure fear. 14 plus 4. Okay, so that's 18 versus will, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 of you are in its range.